This course is our first step towards becoming a web developer. Let me give you a simple roadmap where we are and where we would like to go. Every website has two parts, front end and back end. Front end is that part which you see on the browser. Backend is the part that powers the front end. All the visuals, visual effects, whatever you see on the browser are to be supported with the data. So data handling and other validations are getting done on backend. Storing data into tables and providing data whenever it is required is the main task of a backend. Web development jobs fall into main three categories: front end development, back end development, and full stack development. Full stack development involves both front end and back end developments. Front end developers use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Back end developers they use different tools. I will discuss about them whenever I feel that their introduction is required. For example, you have SQLDB, you have MongoDB, you have Oracle, you have DB2. Lot of technologies are available, but at this juncture of time, our focus is on to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Using this, we can build basic blocks of our website. Basically, our text is represented uh, in a sorted form, in a disciplined form using HTML. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. It makes our website beautiful, applying background colors, applying front end colors, making bold whenever required, making underlining whenever it is required. All the effects we can refine using CSS. JavaScript is used to add functionality to our web page. Let me give you an example of a real life example. Suppose we are building a constructor or a construction like a house, multi-storied house. So all the building construction or the prototype or only the structure whatever we build is our HTML. It represents the bare data, and cascading style sheet is nothing but giving colors, windows, doors, and everything. JavaScript is nothing but whenever you press a button, an elevator gets opened up. So that is your adding functionality. So combinedly with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, a functional active website will get stand up in front of us. To build that, we use these three technologies. So whenever you take any type of technology to learn, we should think about in our real world. That's what we have done here. Most of the websites nowadays they are functional. They change colors, they do some behavior on click of a button. That means all the functionalities or behavioral skills will be added using JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language while HTML and CSS are not. That means using HTML and CSS we cannot tell the computer what to do, but using HTML and CSS we can build our building blocks of our website. Every website we see on internet is built using these three: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So for learning HTML and CSS 3 to 5 hours a day, if we invest our time in studying and coding, around 6 weeks of time we will be having a reasonable understanding and good compilation of these two, and we can build our websites. For learning JavaScript again, 3 to 5 hours a day studying and coding, and approximately 8 weeks we can take to get a professional knowledge. It's a big ocean, but we have significant knowledge of JavaScript, and we can take a hat of JavaScript or front-end developer after learning HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Building websites, they generally include lot of repetitive tasks. For that, already there are certain libraries or frameworks which we can reuse them. So front-end frameworks are libraries using which we can build our websites. We need not do that coding, we just need to reuse them. They make us our job to do in a faster way. That's what a lot of companies they use these frameworks such as React, Angular and other tools. Technically React is a library. Okay, so most of the websites they use React. We don't need to learn all in one go. Different companies they use different frameworks. So once we know these three, learning them is a minimal task for us. Wherever required, we also see about React. Okay, lot of people they learn React. Lot of companies they use React. Project to project, these frameworks they change. So we know the basics, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The other frameworks we can learn in our ease of time. Okay. Next comes version control. So this version control is important to track our project work and to collaborate with other team members. In industry, Git, SVN, Subversion, Miracular. So Git is a popular one. More than 70% of companies they use Git. Other technologies, other systems, they use different version control management system. Version control is nothing but tracking our development. Suppose we have released the first phase of our project, we put them in version 1. If any enhancement is going on, any changes were added or some bugs were fixed, we put them under version 2. Like that, so Git helps us in tracking project from day 1 to day end. So we learn Git also whenever it is required. So the plan is not to learn too many things in a short time. Let us learn one by one. Okay. Thank you.